Hey everyone, it's been a second since I posted my last video. Today I'm going to tell you what an AWS Solutions Architect does besides attend meetings and scarf down fast food. I've been pretty busy, but also stressed out about putting content out. That makes me cringe, but perfect is the enemy of good or even done, so let's go. I've been an enterprise SA at AWS for 3 years now, working mostly with large industrial manufacturers, and I engage on topics ranging from networking, security, storage, analytics, to advising customers on generative AI architectures. Disclaimer, this is just my point of view, so it doesn't represent how AWS might see the role, but hopefully this will add a bit of value. The TLDR answer is that SAs advise customers across a wide range of topics where AWS might help them. Coming from a consulting background, this is great since sometimes we have to help the customers even define the problem before we can even come up with a solution or even pick services to solve that problem. Now I'm going to pull a consulting trick and break it down into a dead simple framework. So we've got customer external stuff, non-customer external stuff, and internal stuff that we have to do. On the external side, I've got work with customers that are directly assigned. For the customer accounts that I'm assigned, I advise them and I support the other account team members that are assigned to the account. One thing you might expect SAs to be would be hands on the keyboard. Not so. Can I just...
It's definitely a no for me, dog. Voice is just not. It's a no for me, dog.
So really, we're supposed to be a trusted technical advisor to the customers that are on AWS. So what does that mean? We have to provide good advice that helps customers drive impact. We have to be a guide to over 200 different services and features on AWS. I might be introducing them to services that they've never heard of before, and they might like it. But I can't know all the things, so sometimes I have to pull in specialists or service teams to come in and help out explain certain things, answer things at what we call a 300, 400 level, not introductory, really hands-on, battle-tested advice. I'll do another video on different types of SAs, but here's an example of what I mean by different types of SAs. So I'm an enterprise SA, which means I have 2 large customer accounts that I work with. Each of these accounts might have 20 to 30 customers that I interact with, and I might bring in twice that amount of service teams and SAs to engage with them. Meanwhile, a startup SA may have 100 accounts that they have a lighter touch with. This is crazy to me, and it's a bit more of a hectic world, so maybe one day I'll bring someone in to explain exactly what it is that they do. Generally, I'm trying to accelerate mission critical projects that the customer has. So I need to understand what the customer is working on. I need to understand what other customers in the industry are doing and bring that knowledge over to my own accounts. I might connect them with each other. Some customers don't have internal capabilities, so I can help identify opportunities where we can bring in a partner, say a consulting partner, or what we call an independent software vendor, an ISV, that makes a product that solves the customer's problem. Or we could bring in AWS professional services to help speed that up as well. Or we can apply some programs, money, to kickstart any initiatives that the customer's got going on. By the way, most other companies have something similar to an SA called a sales engineer. But the difference is that SAs don't have a quota that we have to meet, so we aren't incentivized to furiously sell to the customer. Fortunately though, you do have to use your ability to sell an idea in order to get a proposed solution off the ground. So there's no escaping that. Solutions that I present to the customer that won't even get picked up for whatever reason. Varying priorities, budget reasons, etc. So I may pitch something, and
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
given that we're viewed as part of a sales team, this no quota thing doesn't always get across to the customers, so we have to fight uphill to earn their trust. Don't get me wrong, the spending going up is never going to be a bad thing for you, but there's so many different ways that you can get promoted or to receive additional compensation based on performance, and that's not dictated simply by the spending from your customer's account. Personally, I think that's a great thing because it means your motives and the customers are aligned, and you can focus on making an impact by building solutions that are really effective for solving their business problems rather than being influenced by pure revenue. If you really want to, you can put a case for being in the same room as the C-suite or the business unit leads. At the same time, you can remain within IT, working with the infrastructure teams, engineering, application teams, working for various business units as well. It's all up to what you prepare for and what your goal is in terms of working with the account. Long and short of it, there's a lot of high level stuff you can be working on, all the way down to the nitty gritty ticket level. And that's what I love about the job. So damn, I just spent the whole time talking about account stuff. So I guess we'll just have to cover the rest in the next video.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay, just kidding. Okay, it's the external stuff that's not associated with my customer accounts. Most of the non-customer external stuff is really around public speaking, organizing public events, going to meetups, and producing content actually. So blogs, white papers, videos, Twitch streams as well. These are all things that are factored into our SA goals. And it's not just pumping up the numbers, but making sure that it is good content, that people are engaging with it. So if you want to see me make more videos, please like, comment, and subscribe so I could actually put this at the top of the list of things I can do. I can't forget about the internal stuff. So in terms of internal within AWS activities that we're measured by, you have to make an impact on the SA org as well. So for instance, are you enabling SAs across the field in a particular area? I'm taking the stuff I learned from business school and from consulting and bringing the horror of case interviews into a tech setting for my fellow SAs in order to increase business acumen. Another area is where we within the district may perform account planning sessions with each other. So we learn from our trials and tribulations, talk about some of our successes, and really do a lot of knowledge sharing within the team. We also have to grow our org by interviewing candidates, lots of them, and doing phone screens, interview loops. And once people are hired, we also need to mentor them and make sure that they have a smooth transition and enjoy working at AWS. Also, I have to be part of a technical field community. So there's a deep dive domain that you want to specialize in. It could be something in manufacturing, it could be in supply chain, it could be storage or networking or security. I chose builder experience because I had a lot of experience rolling out DevOps across a lot of different industries in my past. Also, you need to complete AWS certificates, obviously, and you also should be hands-on. So you're either creating workshops, working on workshops, getting experience in the things that you're talking about so that you can stay sharp. Technology is always changing, so you gotta stay up to date and be relevant in the conversation.
It's pronounced GIF. Huh? .gif, like the peanut butter. The creator said so.
That's dumb. It's graphics interchange format.
The P in JPEG stands for photographic, but I bet you don't say JFEG.
For this job, I actually dreamed of something where I could combine this kind of choose your own adventure type element. It would let me leapfrog my existing knowledge about how technology works and jump to the forefront to use what everyone else is using, following the latest techniques and at scale. And I wanted to also be a bit more hands-on, so I'm not just talking about it. And AWS lets me build those things without having to pay the AWS bill, which is great.
Now that's a lot of damage!
I also have some ideas for the next video, but let me know in the comments of what you want to hear about next. Maybe you want to hear about how to survive as an AWS SA. Maybe you want to hear about my productivity hacks. Maybe a day in the life on the road, return to office. See you next time.